Hello Libra, what is up? Welcome to Flavored Vivid. For those of you guys new here, my name is Carissa. The way that I do my readings is intuitively. I like to start off in your etheric energy, ground it down to the physical with some general messages. I pull a spread on your finances and career, I pull a spread on your love life, and I close it out with spirit guide messages. Libras, there's an energy of this cycle is done and you need to leave it buried. You need to close the door, you need to lock it, you need to move away from the house, far, far away, okay? Now, I don't see the house being like physical. It could be for some of you guys, but that's not really what I'm getting here. There's just this energy where you're kind of thinking, you had an intense, very fast-paced, intense connection with somebody, and you guys aren't together right now. You might be on like a break or something like that, but Spirit's telling you it's time to move on. Like, I feel like your insecurities are kind of coming up about this. Like, maybe you're blaming yourself, maybe I overreacted, maybe this, maybe you didn't. Don't make any impulsive decisions. This is not Cupid's doing if they reach out and contact you. This isn't the divine bringing you guys back together because you're meant to be. Be mindful. This is a test. Like, do you want to repeat a cycle and relearn the lesson, or did you already learn, you evolved, you've grown, and it's time to move forward? I feel like Spirit's asking you to slow down. Go spend some time in nature. Go spend some time by like a body of water, a waterfall. Go for a hike, okay? Go for a walk outside, like lay down on the grass. If it's cold and snowy where you are, there are these plates nowadays. Technology's come really far. They're grounding plates, so you could even look into purchasing those so that you can still ground your energy. But I would still connect. Like, what does the snow have to teach you? What does the empty trees with no leaves have to teach you? There's things that nature can still teach. I mean, there is snow here as well. I don't know why. I just watched Ragnarok, which is based in Norway. So you could be in Norway. You don't have to be. Maybe you're Norwegian or something like that. Okay. I'm hearing Poland as well. So I don't know. But these kind of look like the mountains there. It looks like a beautiful place. The scenery was just amazing. But anyways, there's something here again about spending time where it's like you're in the middle of these changing seasons, where it's like going from icy and feeling like you have to overcome all these obstacles, and letting things flow, okay, into its natural state of like blossoming into something new and allowing it to pour into you. As you can see, there's like this woman or this figure here laying there in a bed of flowers, and everything's kind of like pouring into her. There's some sort of like divine consciousness that's trying to pour into you at this time right now, but you may not be actually steady enough to hear it or partake in it, okay? For some of you guys, it's like your own insecurities, your shadow side is creeping up during this time, and you might be sitting with that and sitting by yourself, and you might, instead of like sitting still and asking like, what is this showing me, what can I release? Is this my truth? Is this somebody else's truth that's being projected onto me? Like, what is this that I'm carrying with me? Some of you guys might be looking for easy escape, or easy ways out of it. Ways that we look for easy ways out of it is through distractions, whatever those distractions may be. Whether it's drugs or alcohol, partying, going out, being around friends consistently, or it could be through coping mechanisms, like maybe you go spiraling, and those shame spirals suck, man. Those are the worst. And you start to feel really bad about yourself. Please, just whatever it is, make sure that you're using healthier mechanisms and putting things into place that make sense to you, that are good for you, okay? Spirit does want you to call on them for guidance. They do want to intervene. There is going to be some sort of truth that is coming out. Some of you guys could be battling or in the middle of like some sort of spiritual warfare or psychic attacks right now, and like not seeing that you're going to be really successful, but you're kind of battling for your own sovereignty right now. And I would hate for you to see that you guys continuously give your power to these things. And that's why it's so important to practice discernment and ask yourself, is this my own energy or is this somebody else's energy? Do I really think this way about myself? Do I really want to sabotage like this? Or is this just something, again, being projected onto me, right? Thank you guys for being here. Sorry, I'm moving. My kitten is here. She's my stage 5 clinger. She's such a love, but she wants to be right on the deck. She's like, no, mom, I'm laying on this deck. So maybe she's alchemizing the energy. You guys are trying to find like the perfect fit, and I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are meant to be here. I feel like you are struggling with your mental health or with distortions and illusions that are not your own. Now my other cat comes up. This is Mars. He's my lemur cat, as you can tell by his extremely long tail. But you are meant to be here, and you are on the right path. Like, everything is unfolding the way it's meant to. But there, of course, are these distractions that are trying to make it seem like nothing's ever going to work out for you, and that's not the truth. Success is just around the corner. Like, everything is going to work out just around the corner. You're going to find that ideal job. You're going to find that right fit with your soul, whether it's friends, family, lover, whatever it may be. Like, it's coming in, okay? You just came out of that mental confusion. Clarity is so beautiful now. I love that, Delight. Thank you for sharing that, and I'm so glad that you're coming out of this energy here. Some of you guys are going to find new inspirations. Like, you can take inspiration from it and recognize, like, wow, I've been giving my power away to this, and instead of like sitting with it, like, I've been focusing more on like protecting myself and conserving this and doing that. And that's the thing with spiritual people or those on a spiritual journey, because you guys have been through the most. That's why you're awakened. That's why you're enlightened, right? And the thing is like, we start being consumed by that of, I need to protect myself, I need to do this, and every time you think that way, you disconnect yourself from your actual spirit, from your higher self. You're not recognizing your ability to create instead of consume, right? You're a cat mom to 3. Yeah, I've got 3 dogs and 4 cats, so, and then a snake named Sanskrit, and we love all of them. Everybody thinks my house is chaotic or whatever, but it's really not. It's not. It can be. All rescues. All of mine are rescues except for my Maine Coon, who was a pretty fucking penny, because Maine Coons are never cheap. But she's pedigreed and registered, so worth it, I guess, if I want to ever put her in cat shows or anything. Anyways. So, again, some of you guys are going through a separation or breakup. I feel like you've been on a break with this person, or you're not communicating with this person. Perhaps, like, there's this energy here also of, like, somebody's ignoring the other person on purpose. Like, silent treatment is what I'm getting. So even if you guys are still together, it's like these silent treatments coming on. And that is giving you time to think and time to separate your energy from theirs. The Spirit's letting you know, like, it's time to move on. It's time to move on. Okay. It's time to create distance between you and this person. Somebody is unavailable. It's a waste of time. It's over. Like, they're just not in alignment with you any longer. And I know that can be disappointing to hear, especially because you're like, but things were so good at the beginning. And it's so easy to fall into the fantasy of what they were portraying at the beginning of a relationship. But when things get real and things get serious, that's when they're showing you who they actually are, not who, because they know that they already got you, right? Not who they want you to think that they are. And so it's really important to pay attention to who they're showing you that they are. Okay. I do see that, again, you have from one deck, so 2 different decks here, you've got the Ace of Swords, which is clarity, discernment, okay, ideas, you taking action, and then from the other deck you have the World card here, which is showing a completion of cycles. Shut up, I didn't even realize that. You have the World card from the other deck right behind. Okay, so you have 2 world cards, double energy, double world energy, which is success, closing of chapters, new cycles. And then you also have the Page of Pentacles behind that world card, okay, which represents like positive news, coming in for you, okay, messages, friendships, etc. So good things coming basically after all of this. Let's go ahead and see what we've got here. Shuffling live. Messages please for my Libra collective. What do they need to know? Okay, trust the timing. Yeah, trust the timing here. Trust the wave that you came in on. Time is not running out. And then you have big picture thinking as your overall energy, which says Pleiades energy. Maybe you resonate with like star seeds, or you've been seeing Pleiades in the sky, which is the 7 star sister system. Okay, this is also about being a visionary and receiving or having these inspired ideas and taking action on these inspired ideas. Okay. But trust the timing, trust where how things are moving. And again, with that other card where it was like the mountains and to the lake, and then it melting and moving into this like waterfall energy that was pouring into this beautiful green lush field with blooming flowers. It's like there's a time and a season for everything. So regardless of what season of life that you are in or what is actually being shown to you outside, sit with it. It might have something to teach you or share with you. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we have here. Messages please for Libras. We could have new job opportunities that are coming in. Some are feeling like you can't find the right job. You are going to find that right job. Give it just a little bit more timing. I'm going to be real with you, and you're probably not going to like what I have to say. I do feel like it's going to be about 3 weeks until you start this new job, okay? Which, you know, might be scary for some people, but let's go ahead and see what we have here. Messages please for Libras. Tap into your gifts. Yeah, and then trouble at work and anxiety here. It's like some of you guys are very stressed out about money, or you have this like scarcity, you know, mindset or mentality. It's like you're in survival mode, so you're not able to see the truth. Now, I'm not saying that we don't need money to survive. Unfortunately, in the world that we live in, we do. So I'm not trying to be dismissive, but I also want you to recognize your own abundance and how the divine is helping you, how the divine is helping build up your testimony and leading you into the right place, okay? Messages please for Libras. We have your energy ripples, you inspire others, and future energy for Libras. Okay, you also have your children need more of your time with spiritual protection as your overall energy. Now, it doesn't have to just be your children. It could be like your inner child. You know, life has been really serious, and either there hasn't been much time for play, or, you know, your inner child at all, right? If you are not a parent. If you are a parent, I feel like it's time for you to spend some time with your children, invest in their interests, and invest in activities that are that they're interested in. You know, ask them, I mean, what's going on. We spent you know, I'm a mother as well, and actually, what I don't want to share about my kids, let's share about my wife. So an example of this is like her mom never actually spent the time getting to know her. So her mom has this idea of my wife frozen in time from when she was like 5 years old. So every single time her mom tries to like reach out or talk, she brings up something from when she was 5 years old, because that's really the only core memories that she has since she was like an alcoholic and stuff like that, right? So, which is very frustrating to my wife, because she doesn't actually spend any time getting to know who my wife is now, her interests and stuff like that now. So it's like, make sure that as your children grow, recognize that they grow and evolve so quickly, so rapidly, that it's important to get into their interests and know their interests now, you know, as they're changing. Where are their mindsets? What do they think about things going on in the world? What are they being taught in school? What are their friends having conversations about? Like, really building these relationships with our children, not projecting onto them as you're going to be my forever baby or whatever that is here, because that's just not, you know, the truth. If this is about your inner child, it's like tapping into the interests and asking your inner child, like, hey, what do we want to do? What do we want to have fun? Like, what interests do we have? What desires do we have? What hopes and dreams do we have as a kid that we can fulfill now as an adult? Oh, hello. And there's my cat, who uses me as a climbing post all the time, 24/7. She loves me though, and I love her. She's so sweet. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify all of this here. So there's a lot of healing that's going on, whether this is in your family environment or, again, your own inner child healing, finding that inspiration, finding that muse again, that curiosity I'm hearing, like that curiosity for life again. Messages, please, for tap into your gifts. Okay, we have the Two of Wands. Yeah, and, you know, this is about planning, and Seven of Cups here. It's like you are a very creative person, but you tend to be very, like, practical or logical, and you're not really allowing this energy to take root, you know? How do I explain this? I think for some of you guys, you are thinking worst case scenario as well, you know, not recognizing that the effort and the actions that you are taking now is in alignment for you in a healthy and, again, successful way. Because we do have the scarcity, or the trouble at work, anxiety. Four of Wands. Yeah, some of you guys are feeling very unstable, or you could have been feeling unstable here in the recent past. Feeling like there's no harmony, like nothing's working out for you, which then again gives you anxiety. And that's, you know, very typical, very normal. You're kind of wondering, like, which direction do I go, right? Your current energy is your energy ripples. You inspire others. The Hermit card. You've been hiding away though. You are meant to be in the light. You are meant to be an inspiration, but I feel like you've been dimming your light. You've been hiding away. And I don't know what you're hiding from. Genuinely. I feel like you have a lot to share, but there is like some sort of fear, Six of Wands, of being in the spotlight or people seeing the true you. There's a fear about that. I feel like it's because in the past, like anytime you showed these authentic versions of yourself, you know, a lot of people have a hard time accepting authenticity because it goes against what makes them feel normal. It goes against their, you know, it's like how so many, and it, generalized example, and I don't really care if this gets me prosecuted, okay, by people here. It's just my own personal opinion, right? I'm aware that Taylor Swift has like a bunch of Swifties. Everyone has loved her. Never liked the girl. Never liked her. My intuition always pinged about her. There's a certain people that my intuition will ping about, okay? And slowly there's cracks coming out here. She just had a really good marketing team. She had really good things set up for her, right? But I could see beyond that. And it's just like that kind of energy, like me being like, oh, I've never liked Taylor Swift. People are gonna be like, oh my god, how dare you, I love her music. And that's going against the grain there. Like, I know that that's not a popular opinion, but you want to stick to your own integrity, okay? So in the past you might have been persecuted for sticking to your integrity and just not being the same as other people here, the High Priestess, and that taught you in return to kind of keep opinions or keep these things to yourself. That way you don't rock the boat. That way you don't stir the pot, you know, type of energy. Stop being afraid to stir the pot. Stop being afraid to rock the boat. If other people don't have sea legs, okay, or if they can't take the heat, then they can get the fuck out the kitchen. That's it. Five of Swords here. People hate anything that goes against what makes them feel safe. And they shouldn't. They're responsible for what happens in their own minds. You are not responsible for the way that people perceive the world around you. Two of Cups in reverse. You're not responsible for other people's sense of self. If they have this ego dystonic sense of self, that's on them, okay? In ego dystonic, by the way, is a psychological term here where people have this idea of who they are, but they don't actually embody it. Like, for example, you'll see a lot of spiritual people, right? But their form of spirituality is some love and light bullshit, and they just collect crystals and everything's an aesthetic to them. That's not real. That's not real. That's not real, right? And so there's a part of you where you're afraid of being judged for what is real and authentic to you. You're afraid to say something that's going to shine a light on something that's just not fucking working, and you're meant to say it. All right, show me about your children need more time. Okay, we have the World card here and the Ten of Wands. Some of your kids are feeling very like overwhelmed, overburdened, feeling like they have to carry everything on their own. Make sure that you are communicating with your children. Make sure that you are talking with your children, okay? Nine of Cups. Some of your kids might be feeling like you've been a little bit selfish. Now, I'm not saying that you are. I am just saying that some of your kids may feel this way, okay? Maybe they feel like you've been spending so much time at work and you don't have time for them around the house, or they're wanting more home-cooked meals or more time with you, more conversations, whatever it may be, all right? But again, spend more time in their interests. Now, if this is about your inner child, show me the inner child. Thank you. This is the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? For some of you guys, you need to ground into your inner child. It's like you learned as a kid that it wasn't safe for you, and you had to quickly grow up. You had to quickly, like, do things. You don't have the same luxury or privilege in life that other people have, and perhaps that is true, and I'm not here to be like, no, that's not the truth, okay? I'm sure that was at one point in time, but that truth doesn't serve you now. That truth doesn't serve you now, and that's not a practical way of thinking about things. For people that had to grow up really quickly as kids, y'all, we age backwards, okay? Everything happens backwards for us. We do everything really quickly, okay? We come into parenthood quickly, we grow up in life quickly, we mature quickly, etc. And then the rest of our life is like unlearning all of that, all the way up to our 50s, 60s, etc. It's like you're unlearning all of that. You're learning how to relax. You're learning how to be soft. You're learning these things, all right? Whereas other people, they learned how to be soft. They learned how to follow their interests and daydream and do all these other things as a child. Where now as an adult, they got to get fucking for real with themselves, right? They need to get practical with themselves. It's the opposite for you. I think that your discernment is strong. I think that you're a very intelligent person, and I think that the time is right for you to start having more fun and start making more plans. I definitely see you being really busy, and so that could have been the issue, is like you're really busy, you're chasing your goals, your dreams, etc., and so you never stopped to be like, hey, how's my inner child doing, how's this doing? Because again, you had no one to rely on but you had to be responsible. But with this Eight of Wands here, it's asking you to kind of offload some of these responsibilities and learn to have more fun with it. Learn to soften into life here and heal that inner child. Go be whimsical. Go believe in unicorns again. Go horseback riding. Perhaps some of you guys love horses and you need to go horseback riding. I love horse. I've always had, well, all animals. We all know that though. And I'll never forget my trip in Montana when a pack of wild horses was there, and I pulled over in the car and I started walking towards them, and then they actually came up to me. Capricorn was just done, my love, so if you want to go watch that, it is uploaded. And if you can never find my most recent upload, you can always go over to categories or lists. I don't know what it is. YouTube always updates, but and then you can see actually by zodiac sign the most recent video, and it has all the other zodiac videos for that category as well. Okay, you're so welcome. I hope you enjoy it. So for some of you guys, it's horses, and think about horses. Horses are very free spirits. But anyways, the horses came up to me and I was just like, I'm so fucking magical. It's like horses only come to people that have really good energy. Wild horses specifically, right? Not trained ones, but yeah. And I'll never forget that feeling. I'll never forget that experience here. Now, horses are also known to be free spirits. They're very spiritual, very connected. Look up the spiritual meaning of a horse, right? Especially if you're drawn to them. That could be your spirit guide. Or Pegasus. Something about a Pegasus is coming up. Okay, unicorns, whatever it may be. You've loved horses since childhood? Yeah, same. Other people had Barbies. I had horses. Okay, I had the entire My Little Pony collection. I had books on the horses. I was a horse girl at heart, but I grew up with a crackhead, so if you can imagine, I never actually had a horse and could never be around horses. So yeah, I used to watch those horse shows, those sales shows, and yeah, I don't know, they're kid shows. I can't even tell you what channel they were on. One of those free fucking channels. It was never my reality though, but a girl could dream, okay? And I had big dreams when I was a kid. So anyways, healing. Okay, becoming more of a free spirit. Bare feet, hair blowing through the air. If you're masculine, same thing, it's how can we yes, My Little Pony, Lisa Frank, kid stuff. Yes, beautiful G, exactly. You feel me on that. Absolutely. But you are spiritually protected right now, Libras. Very protected. I feel 5 of Pentacles. You're feeling like you're left out on the code. You're feeling did God forget me? Did the universe forget me? What's going on right now? 4 of Pentacles. And because of that, you're holding back. But the truth is I'm going to be honest. Some of you guys have a blocked chakra. Okay, you're not listening to spirit. Cerberus, no, you're okay. It's just a leaf or whatever the heck it may be. Page of Wands, you kind of just need to move. You kind of just need to do something. I want you to notice that this Page of Wands, he finds opportunity in the middle of nothing. He's literally in the middle of a desert. It looks like it's barren. There's nothing around, okay? Some of you guys are needing to dance. You needing to move your body. You could be having some sort of back or hip pains at this point in time here. Your neck could feel stiff. You might find yourself just rolling out your neck. Okay. But doing some sort of movement or activity is going to be really good for you. Some of you guys need to alchemize some sort of energy. There could be a lot of anger here. As well. It's maybe you're just angry at life, right? And that's okay. You're allowed to be. Your anger is totally valid and your rage is sacred. I love that you're feeling that, but we don't want it to consume us. We want to alchemize it, right? So a rage room, or go out and box a fucking tree or punching bag or whatever it may be. Like, sign up for classes, do certain things here as you can, you know, whatever is around you for you to do. Yeah, Seven of Wands, but know that no matter what, you are protected right now. Stay balanced, stay centered, find your center, again, is what I want to say. Find your center and stop oscillating back and forth so strongly. Stop being so influenced by external factors or negative thoughts. Okay, stop being influenced by external factors and negative thoughts. That way you can stay more centered in where you are meant to be. Geez, that was a long one. Okay, we still have another general portion here because I chose more cards. I think these readings this week are going to be a little bit longer, but that's okay. Perhaps it's necessary. Yeah. Some of you guys are dealing with a lot of gossip, lies, or slander, or there's just like what somebody said. I'm hearing that song by like Tattoo where it's like, all the things she said running through my head. Okay, so it's like that. Perhaps it's like things that people have told you, like running through your head. Messages, please, for Libras. What do they need to know right now? Geez, caught a case. This came up in Capricorn too. Y'all be careful who you're fucking with. I'm not even kidding. Okay, we have unfazed and cock blocking. Ew. Alrighty then, ain't shit. There's somebody here who put you in a third party situation, some sort of like love triangle. They have like multiple lovers or options. Okay, this person's running from like accountability. Like they run from like vulnerability. They run from like genuine love and connection here. I feel like you're trying to, they're trying to, okay. This could be you or them, but I did correct myself. So take it as it resonates for you. This is just a general reading. Somebody here is trying to act like they're unbothered, but they are bothered. They are so bothered. I don't know why they're trying to act like everything's fine, but it's not fine. They're not fine, okay? And if this is you, it's like, stop trying to act like everything's fine. Like, it's okay to be like, damn, my fucking world's crashing around. I'm crashing out right now. Like, good. Be human. Be raw. Be fucking real. Like, you're relatable. You're relatable. I mean, and if they're crashing out, be fucking for real. Be real to yourself. Tell people, I'm crashing out. I'm hurt. I'm heartbroken. I sabotaged this. I did this. I did that. Like, take accountability. Take repair. You know, like, be fucking human. Be relatable. I'm so tired of like all of these stigmas and societal standards being pushed onto us and all of us losing our fucking humanness and pretending that we're all apathetic as if that psychotic trait is a good thing to have. It's not. I'm not apathetic. I am sensitive as fuck. I cry over everything. Everything. Some lady was mean to me in Costco. I cried. I crashed the fuck out. And then I sent some stranger on the internet my crash out. Mm-hmm. Yep. That stranger has been around for a long time, granted, and they're really kind and always message me and support me. But do I actually know them in real life? No. This was a couple months ago, though. This was like in November or something, but I'll never forget that. It's just like there's a whole video of me just crying. Not video, a voice note of me just fucking crying and crashing out. And I sent it to her. Oh, God. That was funny. All right. Message, please. Caught a case. Clarifying that, we have the Strength card in the reverse. Okay, some of you guys, if you got, somebody might have gotten you sick, okay? Some of you guys, this could be a legal case, of course, right? Now, if this is an STD, because that's what it talks about on the card, with the Strength card in the reverse, you're going to need medication for this. Stop ignoring it. Stop thinking that it's going to go away. If you got a yeast infection, for example, you're probably going to need some antibiotics or something like that, okay? This isn't your typical, like, yeast infection. I feel like it's up in your bladder and everything like that, your kidneys, whatever. It's traveled, okay? So make sure that you are taking care of yourself. A typical yoni steam won't work for this. Although that is great, you can always do that as an added method here to use. I wouldn't skip going to the doctor. Some of you guys are going to need to go to the doctor. Now, some of you guys, again, the medication that they gave you is not strong enough. You're going to need to go in for a second dose. That's just what I'm getting. For others of you guys, if this is legal, Somebody's going to be seeing that you are innocent, okay? I feel something is going to be, I'm hearing redacted, okay? Something's being redacted, like you're being seen as innocent in a situation. Maybe they're trying to blame you for something like that, okay? You will have victory, though, if this is a legal case, so congratulations there. Let's go ahead and move forward here to the unfazed and the current energy. Yeah, the Star card. It's an Aquarius acting like they're not bothered, but they are bothered. This person's big mad. They're spiraling, okay? Somebody's just kind of like losing hope in a situation. King of Wands could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's somebody who tried to like have power over you in some sort of way, but they can't control you. Like they're being blocked. They're being blocked by spirit. Cock blocking is them being blocked by spirit. Tell me about cock blocking. Okay, they're also trying to like block, yep, 10 of Swords here. They're also trying to like block you from moving on. So this could be somebody who deals with like obsession. It's like the more that we try to act unbothered, the more bothered we become, because we start becoming obsessed with it. We start ruminating, right? And this is a situation of they want, yeah, 6 of Cups and the 10 of Cups in reverse. They don't ever want to see you happy without them. They're still obsessed with you. Page of Swords in reverse, and they're still watching you. They're watching you from fake pages, okay? They don't have nice things to say about you either. There's like a huge gossip here. They tell everybody like, oh, I've moved on, I've done this, I've done that. But when they're alone, baby, they are obsessed, okay? The 9 of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody who's very codependent. So they're codependent to a very specific outcome. There's somebody who does not do good being alone. Like if they're single all of a sudden, you're going to see them hanging out with their friends 24/7. They cannot spend a minute by themselves. But if they're in a relationship, all of a sudden they're just like getting their life together and, you know, trying to play this like good boy, good girl role. But again, it's just a role. It's a play. They're performing. It's not realistic. This person wants a new beginning with you. They still have passion towards you, 9 of Cups, but again, they are not sincere here. This person, I feel like, has betrayed you in ways that you don't even know about yet, and the truth is going to come out about that. You can't trust this person. Talk about cock block. Your ancestors and guides are trying, you might have a passed on loved one or somebody here that you really care about that has passed away that's really trying to protect you from this person. Yep, 2 of Cups. I told you. I didn't even see this card. It was face down here. 2 of Cups in the reverse. They don't want you with this person at all. They do not want you with this person. The shadow side. This person is toxic, and as toxic as they fucking come, okay? This person is an agent of chaos. They have a lot of wrongs to right. They have a lot of wrongs to right. The 7 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. If you take them back, that absolves them of like everything that they have to learn. Okay? Queen of Swords. Have strong boundaries. Block them. Don't communicate with them. The Sun card. Your success in healing is determined on it, and that's literally from Spirit. Be devoted. Be married to your own healing. Okay? So yeah, exactly. This person, they ain't shit. All right, they're not, okay? They might think that they are, all right? They might pretend like they are, but spiritually, they're not high ranked. Spiritually, they're not as protected as they think that they are, all right? Yeah, dodging bullets is also here, okay? Blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, protected from haters. Like, this person's a fucking hater. They're a crazy person, all right? They're crying over you. Dodging bullets again. It's the same cards, even though I'm shuffling here. Leave it. If you're cross watching, sorry. Get right with spirit. That's all I gotta say. Do your shadow work. All right. Finances and career. Let's go, Libra. Libra. Thank you. Oof. All right, you got new beginnings on the horizon. They're still not quite here yet. Some of you guys are self-employed. I'm hearing 10. So maybe you have like, I don't know, one of those jobs, right? 1099 contracts, whatever it may be. I feel like, you know, there's a fear of instability here in the recent past. Let me get clarity on this. I'm switching decks again. Tell me about, thank you, Judgment. Okay. So you gain clarity on your financial situation. This could be like coworkers or something like that that you're not getting along with, that are trying to create some sort of illusions. You gain some sort of clarity on like which direction you're meant to go in, or who you can trust at work. I feel like for some of you guys, you're looking for a new job and you are going to get this new job. It is showing up here in the new beginning. All right. This is, you know, stable new beginnings. This is clarity, alignment, inspiration as well. All right now though, it's about being very flexible through these changes and kind of adapting to these new environments, compromising where necessary without sacrificing yourself and what you want for yourself. Okay, but just being flexible and like your methods. Yeah, don't make any reckless or impulsive decisions right now. That's actually in the title of your reading. So make sure that you're making healthy, grounded decisions. Maybe, you know, asking for advice, or there may be some sort of advice coming in. There could be somebody asking you for advice and you might be giving them advice. Okay. You also have the Nine of Cups. Exactly. You will have this wish fulfillment here. All right. New beginning. You're going to start a new job, a new life, a clean sweep over. You're hitting the reset button in some sort of way. Some of you guys could be launching your own business. Congratulations. The Hangman in the reverse. I see you being very focused on it. There is some sort of divine timing that's happening here. Okay. Nine of Swords. Yeah, you're kind of stressing about it right now, but I mean, I feel like you're putting yourself on a specific timeline, and Spirit's saying like in the right time everything's gonna work out. 3 Wands. Yeah, you're manifesting some sort of opportunity right now, and don't be afraid. It is coming in. Like, don't hold back. Put yourself out there and continue dotting your I's, crossing your T's. Everything is coming together perfectly. Like, I don't see any hiccups or anything like that, but I do see like the fear here. Tell me about self-employed. We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So yeah, let's say that you were exactly 8 of Cups here. So Ace of Cups in the reverse and the 8 of Cups in the upright with the Death card. Some of you guys are becoming self-employed. Again, this is you going 1099, opening your own business, whatever it may be here. You just weren't happy with where you were at. There was some sort of conflict here with coworkers and situations. You tried being adaptable, but you're dealing with like very selfish individuals or people that just don't really care about your well-being. You're like, okay, if I died tomorrow, they'd fill my desk. Like, there's this, you know, yeah, 7 of Swords here. And I feel like you were denying yourself of what you deserve for a long time because, you know, it was something that was stable. A lot of people do. They stay in stable environments just because it pays. We have the Tower card. Yeah, I think this is going to be a shock to a lot of people. Like, what do you mean you left? What do you mean you're doing this? Like, people don't understand your method or the madness in your method. They don't need to. They're not receiving the call. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. All right, I see that you're following a passion, and that's what matters. Yeah, 8 of Swords, like you're done overthinking. You're just taking action, and you're just doing it because it feels right. It feels right to you. That was very quick and to the point here. Yeah, you're taking risks, and people might be telling you like, oh, you're gambling, you're doing too much, you're doing this. You're not, though. I feel like where you were at, you were very overworked and underappreciated. It just wasn't right for you, so you're transforming the energy, again, to do what you love. It could be something creative, okay? You could have worked in the medical field. Success is here, all right? Like I said, you're going to be successful, so everyone always thinks it's crazy until you're successful, and then they're asking you how you got there and what you did to become successful. Baby, regular individuals that lead like a really boring life where they find pleasure and leisure in the most mundane bullshit, over and over partying, etc., all this other shit, they never equate to anything. Now, I'm not saying they don't equate to anything because they're too busy partying or they're stupid or anything. No, it's because they become comfortable in fitting in. Madness is the genius that stands out, okay? You're going to look mad. You're going to look crazy to people who are mediocre. Don't ever fucking be mediocre. You don't want to fit in with mediocre people. You want to be the genius that you are. You want to be the mad woman, the mad man that you are. You want to follow your passions and your dreams. And typically, those types of individuals are not fulfilled by what society is fulfilled by or told to be fulfilled by, okay? And that's Great. That's great. All right. You're on the right track, though. You're going to choose the right direction and actively overcome any difficulties that you are currently experiencing. So I hope that you guys know that. Let's get into your love life here. So again, the message is to move on. You might be thinking about taking somebody back. I wouldn't do it, but let's go ahead and see what the cards say. Yeah, inner work is showing up here. Maybe this person made you feel insecure about something. Later, dude, is in the reverse. So it's kind of like you're questioning, like, but should I though? Did I make a mistake? No, you didn't make a mistake. They did. Finger pointing. Yeah, and they're like trying to blame you. So I feel like you're kind of getting in your head, like thinking, oh, this is my fault. And it's not your fault. I feel like you guys aren't talking right now. I've already said that here. And if you are talking, there's just a lot of arguments, okay? Let's go ahead and see what we have. Messages for Libra. Message for Libra. Okay, ooh, we have sexuality. Narcissist, nice. Nailed it. And opening your heart in the reverse with cycles as your overall, okay? Let's go ahead and see what else. You could be a part of the LGBTQIA plus community. You do not have to for this to resonate, all right? Baggage. Somebody is carrying a lot of fucking baggage. A lot. You're gonna... Narcissist is cleared by narcissism. What? Could you be more fucking clear, Spirit, please? I can't hear you. This person's really codependent. Epiphany and long-term commitment. Yeah, you could have been in a long-term commitment with this person. Stoked is in the reverse. Like, you're just not happy. They're not happy for you. Like, they're purposely trying to create this pattern of like your abandonment wound, or like play on your abandonment wound, okay? They could be throwing things in your face, like weaponizing things that you've told them. Like, for example, you're like, oh, you know, my dad went to the corner store for a pack of cigarettes and never returned. And it's just like, see, and that's why you act like that, because your daddy left you. You know what I mean? Like, this person seems really gross and obnoxious. This person's gross. This person is fucking gross. I don't like them. Like, I'm like, give me 5 minutes with them, okay, please? I promise I'll be nice. That's how I feel about this. Switching decks. I want to use this other deck. Messages, please. All right. So in the past, you saw straight through the baggage. You saw that they couldn't let go of things, that they were always holding on to the past. This person's like really sensitive to criticism, and they feel like hurt by things. They're really good at like identifying patterns, but they're not good at healing patterns. There's a fucking difference. And narcissists typically will use all the psychological lingo and everything fucking else. They will go to therapists. They will go to therapists. Narcissists talk about this. Look at all those like psychopaths and narcissists that have their channels and they'll openly be like, I'm a diagnosed narcissist. Here's what we do. They straight up tell you. They learn these things on purpose to manipulate you even better. Okay? They're very smart individuals. They're not stupid. They're narcissistic. They're selfish. All right? So this person has a lot of behavior that impacts relationships. And yep, Ace of Wands in the reverse. King of Swords. They're really fucking smart though. Really smart. Really charming at first too is what I'm getting here. Like, they're good with their words. They're good at communicating. And when I say good at communicating, I mean in a way that benefits them. Like, everything always has some sort of agenda, okay? They know how to tell a good story. King of Pentacles in the reverse, but it's very personal. You need a personal reading for sure. Book with me at FlavoredVivid.com. All my readings are face-to-face, also via Zoom. So yeah, and I have tons and tons and tons of reviews if you would like. Tell me about sexuality. This person can claim to be bisexual, but I feel like this person just, yeah, it's not real, okay? I don't think this person knows what they want. This person could have made up a rumor about your sexuality as well, calling you queer, gay, whatever it may be, right? Trying to make up rumors about you or what you like. Tell me about sexuality for Eight of Swords in the reverse. People know the truth about you though, don't worry. It's just like they're trying to spin a narrative like you are protected from that. What if, is this somebody in the LGBTQIA plus community? Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, for some, this is somebody who, like, can be extremely homophobic because they secretly, like, that's what they want. That's who they are. They just haven't come out of the closet yet. So they're, like, really mean to these types of individuals. Five of Swords, because of their ego. I don't know, man. Okay, that's a slippery slope. We're not going to keep going down that. They got a lot of baggage, though, long story short, okay? He was supposedly pansexual. Yeah, well, anyways, okay. Narcissist, clarifying narcissism. So this one card says somebody is too full of themselves, yes. And then the other card says manipulation, control, infidelity, disregards boundaries, egocentric, entitlement, selfish, and a rule breaker, okay? So clarifying narcissism. We have the Eight of Wands and the Page of Swords in reverse. And they don't even know that they're a narcissist. They might even call you a narcissist instead. Queen of Wands, this could be a fire sign that you're dealing with, Aries, Leo, Sag, or a Scorpio. You have the Death card here. You could have fire or Scorpio in your chart. Always flip it in reverse as necessary. But they're not done with you. You might be done with them, but they're not done with you. Nine of Pentacles, this person's very codependent on you. You have the High Priest in the reverse, as well as Piscean energy. Okay, you can see straight through this person. You can see straight through this person. Yeah. Tell me about Epiphany. King of Wands in the reverse. So you have the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands coming out. Jesus Christ. This is a power struggle. It's like you're fighting for your own sovereignty. Four of Swords in reverse. Like, this person gives you anxiety. Like, you get stressed the fuck out when you're dealing with them. The Hermit card in the reverse. You already know the truth. You know this isn't right for you. The Temperance card. And your angels and guides are trying to move you away from this. Yeah, the Star card in reverse. You could be dealing with a Sag or an Aquarius. Oh, Virgo here with the Hermit as well. You could have any of those in your chart, their chart. Okay. But there's a lot of, like, disappointment cycles here. You have the Two of Swords in reverse. So the cycle's already been exposed. You have the Knight of Cups here. This person, you already went through a cycle with them, is what I'm hearing here. They might be coming back to, like, apologize. You know the truth. Trust yourself. Like, you're not meant to take this person back. Six of Pentacles here. Yeah, they want to bring it back, okay? Ten of Swords. They're just going to do the same thing, but worse. All right? Whatever they did the first time, it's going to be worse the second time. Page of Cups here. Yeah. They're going to play, like, innocent and say that they want these things with you, but that's just not it. Two of Cups is in the reverse. Hangman here. They're just keeping you trapped in this cycle. So be mindful of that, all right? People like this stress me out. Ten of Wands. Yeah, it's going to be a heavy load. All right? And not the type that you clean up with a rag, so... sorry. When things get really heavy, I just make inappropriate jokes the whole time. Probably not appropriate. Whatever, I don't even care. This isn't just a break from this person. They think it is, though. This person's a fucking liar. All right. I don't know. You can't trust them. They're a mess. I don't like their energy at all. Emotional intimacy. Yeah, they're not even emotionally available. They have cognitive bias, so that, yeah, they're very abusive to be in a relationship with. They don't see their abuse either. They think that they're the ones being abused. So notice red flags, okay, that are emotional, physical, sexual, or financial in nature, and ask for help in the situation from your spirit guides. Let's go ahead and close out this reading. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sure Evil Eye right away. They could be envious of you, too. It's like they're jealous of you. He's mentally unhinged. Too many side friends. So I don't mean to laugh. We don't hate on other people's mental health issues. You know, that's not something that I want to partake in. I'm just, but, you know, sometimes it's legitimate and we don't have the tools or resources to deal with those types of individuals, and that is okay too. Two truths can be valid simultaneously. That's what the law of polarity introduces and talks about here. Yeah. yeah, sometimes that can be really hard, you know, and it's not yours to carry here. But I'm not here to be like, oh, people with mental health issues aren't lovable, because they are, and they can be. Not when you're narcissistic, though. Not when you're narcissistic, though. The only person they love is themselves, right? Okay, you're manifesting rapidly, so think positively, work with crystals, and dream bigger, because what you want is already aligned. Feathers and coins, we are with you. Your guides are showing up here. You might find feathers or coins along your path. All right. Messages, please be aware of your surroundings. You are a light. Tap into truth. Bottom of the deck here is get rid of that destructive habit. It's like the overthinking, blaming yourself, being like, did I make the right decisions? You did. Top of the deck is raise your vibration. Burn some frankincense. Somebody here needs to burn some frankincense. Okay. And center of the deck here is people are projecting their pain onto you. Yes, a projection is usually a confession, baby. Listen up. Libras, this is the reading I've got for you guys. I love you. You've got success right around the corner. You've got good opportunities coming in, okay? Close the fucking doors. Lock them shut. Do not repeat cycles right now. You've got this. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like my reading, please. I do appreciate it. Bye.